Hey guys, Foxdrop here with another live game commentary. This game I'm playing as Jungle Nautilus, and
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
the reason why I want to do Nautilus Jungle this game is because a lot of people have been asking me to play him, specifically on my Facebook. I don't know why it's Facebook specifically, but it seems as though I get a lot of inbox messages on there asking me about Jungle Naut, asking me to do a video, just asking me for my thoughts on him. And so I thought I'd do this video to satisfy all of your curiosities. Again, if you wanna, I do listen to you guys on Facebook. I'm unable to answer every single message I get, but I try my best to talk to you guys. And so if you wanna, you wanna get involved and influence what champions I feature, or just the stuff I talk about, if you're interested in that. Like recently, I gave some of my opinions on the Lee Sin changes and just loads of things like that. If you want to do that, then head over to my Facebook and give that a like, which is facebook.com/foxdrop. But anyway, so for this game, Jungle Nautilus, my runes and masteries are my runes that have attack speed reds. I've actually got AD Quints. Now, your Quints can be whatever you want. Move speed is a good one. You can, like, attack speed, armor, MR, and move speed is a pretty standard page, but I didn't really want the move speed. I wanted the... How long does this last for? 10 seconds? Alright, so I'm going to pop this at 150. But yeah, I didn't want the move speed, I wanted the AD this game. But I pop in my shield here at 150 because your shield lasts for... It lasts for 10 seconds or until it is broken. And it's going to get broken. So, because it has such a high cooldown, I may as well pop it early and then have it ticking over for... So it comes up off cooldown earlier. So that's cool. Although I think with the new Nautilus changes, the new buffs he got, you don't really need to do that anymore, I don't think, but I'm doing it anyway. Okay, that was interesting. Blitzcrank's just mid apparently. But yeah, so one of the reasons why Nautilus isn't really that good of a jungler is because he clears kind of slowly, and because he has okay, they've just taken my blue buff. He has a vulnerability to invades and getting invaded by the enemy jungler and stuff like that. Now I saw that Pantheon just did my blue buff, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and take his red buff. Because I saw him run across here with blue. So I'm going to try and run across here and take this red. Now this is semi-risky, but it's not overly risky because I know where both the laners are. And I think I can take it away in time to just steal it away. Now I don't really like doing this personally. Like, I think this is really me making the best out of a shitty situation, but I don't want to not have a blue buff. I want to have blue, because Nautilus without blue can clear a bit, run out of mana a bit too much. Is that wooded? I don't know. I'm going to come around here anyway and see whether he sees this. I think he does see it. Okay, so I can't get that gank off, so I'm going to... Top isn't really low enough to gank, but I'm just going to show my face a little bit. It's a bit hard for me to consistently gank a lane, or just to consistently gank places if I don't have blue buff, because I'll use a lot of mana in the gank itself and then it won't go too well. And this is a smart thing by Teemo. He just runs away from me like this. Oh, he used his flash. Okay, that's good. He just runs away from me there because I went too early and he was too far pushed out. So either Zed needed to go earlier, or I needed to just wait a little bit. It wasn't really anyone's fault, that, so whatever. So yeah, when you're clearing in the jungle as Nautilus, you want to make sure to be using your W as an auto attack reset, just to improve your clear speed a little bit more. You'll notice here is that I'm not using a lot of my abilities to clear. The reason why I'm not doing that is because I don't have that blue buff, and I'm a bit worried about my my mana cost if I do use too many abilities. Like you can see here, it's already getting kind of low. So I'm just going to sacrifice a bit of that clear speed just to make sure that I have enough mana to clear in the future. Once I get my Spirit Stone, it really shouldn't be that much of an issue. I should be fine without blue. No one really needs blue buff anymore like they did in the old days, like in Season 2 and stuff. So it's fine. Once you get that Spirit Stone, especially now with the regen, like it gives you mana regen itself, but also you get mana back from just hurting the jungle. So it's actually really good for... I'm going to try this gank here, but I'm kind of But the Pantheon isn't, Nautilus isn't a bad ganker, so I can try this. Oh, we might be able to bait this actually. I don't know actually if I'm We should go. I can't jump over that wall though. All I can do is keep Pantheon away. He ran the wrong way right there, which was the first problem is that he ran over here instead of running down. I don't know why he did that necessarily, and he baited a bit too hard as well. He should have they fixed that. You used to be able to do that, but they fixed it. I could have flashed over the wall to get him, but then Kha'Zix would have just flashed back over the wall and survived. And what he should have done was just run down. Instead of running up here, because then basically I would just have to waste my flash for Kha'Zix's flash. If he just ran down, then it would have all just been fine. So that was just a bit of a misplay there. But this is the thing, exactly. He was baiting too hard. He didn't want to run down because he said Pantheon would have stunned him. But he ran from this bush. We knew he was in this bush as well, like he saw him. And so the fact that if he was going to get stunned running like this, then Pantheon would have already had to be in here. And that just means he's reacting too slowly. So that was just a bit of a lapse of poor play then, but whatever, it doesn't matter too much. I should be able to help him out a little bit. I did waste a bit of time though. I probably should have just recalled rather than trying to gank him. My red buff's about to respawn here. You see it's going to come up at 710. I don't know whether they cleared all of my blue buff though. If they cleared all of my blue, then I probably should be going there right now. But if it's still... Oh, my W isn't even hitting. You want to position yourself so your W hits all the minions in the camp, obviously. So my blue could be under threat a little bit here. If Pantheon has it timed, then it's under threat. But I can't save this guy, unfortunately. Yeah, my blue buff is under threat. Oh, he's got flash still. How did he die without using flash? That's quite funny. Please, like, this is so slow. Once your W is down, you just clear way too slowly on Nautilus. I think St. Vicious actually suggested a change on him, where when your shield breaks on Nautilus, you still retain 50% of the damage. And I think that would be quite a smart change, because when that shield goes down, you have nothing. Like, your damage is like, it's not even halved, it's just like removed. You just have no damage anymore. So you want to kind of want to avoid that, and obviously when you're jungling, you're always losing that damage. Ah, he dropped the tower aggro. That's a shame. I should have done that earlier. I didn't realize he would be able to get out of the tower range then. That's a shame. That was just a tip, I guess, so it's kind of unfortunate. But yeah, I should have instantly ulted him and comboed my CC a bit smarter. So that was a misplay by me. Could have killed him then, but whatever. He goes down. He runs away and barely survives. And if he didn't have his stealth available, I would have chased him. Would have been slightly risky, but I think I could have killed him. So a slight misplay by me, but I wasn't really focused. That's my bad. But it's fine, really. So I'm just coming back over to my blue buff here. I don't really need it myself so much. If Zillion wants it, he can take it, but he does have a Tear of the Goddess, so I don't think he really needs it. But if he wants it, he can take it. Like I said, I actually kind of want to see how Nautilus is without this blue buff, because I haven't had a single blue buff this game, and so when people put arguments against Nautilus and say things like, yo, he needs blue, then I can just be like, well, I played a game without blue and I did fine, kind of thing. So I want to see how it is, especially with the Spirit Stone and the fact they recently changed it so that AoE abilities are no longer penalized from your Spirit Stone. I want to see how that goes. Now I want to go and give a gank on top lane, but it's difficult because I have no ult, and this guy's so low on health. So I can't even... I'm just showing my face here to alleviate a bit of pressure. I don't expect to get anything out of this. I don't stand to lose anything though. Like, oh shit. I need to get away from this though. Yeah, that was a pretty perfect timing for Kha'Zix to roam top. We probably saw him though if this ward was placed here. So that was just my bad. I probably should have seen that coming. So my mistake for staying there. But it was a good roam by him to come up, and the fact that Pantheon was right here as well. So I go show my face top and then get counter-ganked like pretty much immediately by their two laners, by their mid laner and their jungler. that's good play by them, but also quite good timing too. But yeah, I probably should have had better awareness because I'm pretty sure if Kha'Zix was there, chances are, yeah, he came up from the river. I must have seen him come if I had better awareness, so that's a mistake on my part. But I probably shouldn't have really been top lane either. I probably should have never really gone there. There wasn't any kill potential, and so when probably should have run away really. As soon as Teemo kind of left that Zed a little bit, I should have just held the lane really. Zed should have recalled and I should have held the lane. That's what should have happened. I'm making another mistake here, and I'm not killing this golem I'm not hitting the golem with my W. Yeah, because that's another downside to Nautilus, is that his ultimate cooldown is huge at early ranks and throughout the lane phase. So if you don't have that blue buff, I guess that's another argument for why you should have blue, and you don't have that cooldown reduction, then it's difficult. You don't really get too many of these off, to be honest. So when you are using it, you have to make sure to use it properly. So I think that's warded, yeah. So he won't really expect this. But it's actually kind of hard to kill Kha'Zix like this, because even if you lock him up, he can't really be shut down because he just goes invisible. But we can just take this mid tower. This mid tower's low on health, so I don't really want to just ult him because he'll just wings away. This guy is dead though. He's got a bomb on his head as well. Oh wow, he's all run out. Now I'm in trouble too. And he got a kill on that guy, so that's going to reset. That's a real shame. That Zilean ult ran out, so he just died. If Zilean had been able to revive out of that was obviously an easy kill for us. But unfortunately, Zilean's ult expired just as he died, which is quite unfortunate. Probably put it on a bit too early, but still, that was bad timing as well. And unfortunately, because he died too early, I was left 1v1 versus a Kha'Zix. I wasn't going to survive that. I didn't have my flash up. I didn't have any of my cooldowns up. And with an evolved wings as well. Yeah, because he obviously just got the reset. I'm not going to get anything. I'm not going to survive that one. So whatever, I die then, which is unfortunate, but still, a good thing about Nautilus is that he doesn't really need to. He doesn't really struggle too much from being behind, because he can just. He's always useful, in my opinion. And Nautilus is always useful just because of the type of champion he is. He's one of those tanky CC junglers. And those junglers were really quite popular in Season 2. Not so much in Season 3 and Season 4. But they used to be extremely popular. And just for that reason, you know, there were support junglers. You didn't get a lot of gold. So you picked champions which didn't need gold, which was still effective without gold. And Nautilus was good for doing that. So right now he kind of struggles with that, because your junglers that are quite commonly picked, you get more access to gold basically, and help in regen and stuff. So those junglers which weren't so good in the jungle before, because they just never really got rolling, never really had the gold to be effective, they're better now, which is good. I think it makes the meta a bit more interesting, but it also means that champions like Nautilus, Maokai, Sejuani are not as popular anymore. So anyway, I'm just kind of farming my jungle. There's nothing really too much for me to look out for. I'm looking, as soon as my ult is up, that's when I really want to do stuff. Because Nautilus doesn't have too much 1v1 power, too much actual pressure himself, it can be a bit difficult for me to go around without my ultimate up, because if I get in a fight or something, then I can struggle to hold my own or have a lot of help myself. So I don't really want to be doing that. I want to just wait until my ult's up and then try and go somewhere. So my ult is up now. I could maybe go top, but I'm also thinking if I go top, I run the risk of losing this dragon. So I don't really want to go. I don't like going top at this stage of the game when dragon is up, because I feel like if I do that, if I do go top, even if we get the kill, we stand a chance of losing dragon, and that's not worth it. Obviously, one drag for a kill, a drag for one kill. Sorry, it's not worth. So let's see if we can go somewhere else. Maybe we can get a kill on this Kha'Zix or something. I don't think that's really going to happen. I think top lane is the best place for me to go as far as kill potential. But that's not in the bush, is it? No. Well, I'm bad. But as far as everything else goes, I don't really want to be going top. Now this is actually going to be a really good dive for us, because we have a Zilean with his ult. And a Zilean ult is really good for tower dives, because it means, well, means I'm not gonna die basically. He doesn't even need to ult me. Close, but he doesn't need to. We can do dragon here now. Ult me. Wow, perfect. I'm gonna flash over this wall because I think. Oh my god. We can fight this still. Nice. Kha'Zix is gonna be here, I think. Oh fuck it. I don't know where I'm going, but wherever I'm going, I'm staying with this Ezreal. Because if Kha'Zix jumps on my face, then at least Ez can mop him up. And also the isolation will help. It will prevent isolation if I'm not on my own, so I might be able to survive one hit or something. So that was a shame. We lost 2 people then, and we only got Pantheon, and they denied our dragon, or delayed our dragon. Well, not denied it. I think it would have. I honestly didn't really expect that to happen. I thought it would be. Considering we even had that ulti from Zillion, then that was really quite surprising. But I didn't think it would be that close. So that was good by them. But in hindsight, what they should have done as well is they should have actually delayed that. They shouldn't have done that. They should have waited till we were on drag and then gone in my opinion. Because considering how close that fight was, if we'd been weakened by dragon, or we'd started the fight and then they had dragon fighting for them as well, I think that really could have tipped the. They could have probably destroyed us and maybe even taken dragon out of it as well. But whatever. It was still good by them. 2 for 1, always good. But again, with dragons still alive, I don't really want to go somewhere else. I don't really want to go to this top lane, which is why top lane is often referred to as an island, because it's just so far away from all of the objectives that it often doesn't see a lot of action from external people like junglers and roams and stuff. So, I mean, the top lane doesn't even have a lot of pressure in itself either, as in, compared to, say your mid lane often has a lot of pressure because it means that it's like a gateway to the rest of the jungle and the rest of the map. Mid lane doesn't have that, and bot lane is nearer objectives as compared to the top lane. So I think this might be warded. I don't know. Okay, if Kha'Zix is top, we can take this. If Pantheon had been top and hadn't used his ult, then this would be... He could maybe drop down onto us here, but with Kha'Zix going top, he can't do that. So this should be free for us. There we go, so we get a free drag there. And again, it's not worth it for these guys. Like, I don't think it's worth it killing that Zed to lose that dragon. I think dragon is worth more than that 1 kill. Are they going to get the tower out of that? I think they are. They're probably going to get the tower out of it, so that makes it somewhat more even. But even then, I'm thinking, I'm leaning more towards not even, because a tower top lane like that, unless it then snowballs and develops into something, I'm not too sure whether I would say it was even worth that, because we'll just take their top lane later on anyway. I don't think Teemo's really the type of champion to roam or anything like that. I probably shouldn't have been doing this actually. It doesn't matter. Alright, so I just want to make sure I'm staying strong as well in this game. I never really want to fall behind. Nautilus is really not that bad at clearing once he gets some levels. He can force lanes down quite easily. So, not force lanes down, sorry, force clear stuff quite easily. I'm actually going to ward for this Zed here. I'm going to shove a ward right here because with the tower down mid, it's probably going to see a lot of use, and also it will mean if Pantheon ever runs there, then he can, we'll see him so that he can't start drop somewhere. Let's go for this guy. Actually, we really shouldn't be doing this. He's going to hold top lane, I think. Yeah, he is. We should probably wait for Zillion here. I'm going to go in now. I'm going to position myself right here, because this means if Vayne condemns me, I'm going to get knocked into her escape route. If I position myself like back away from, like if I position myself away from her tower, then she could condemn me and I'd just be screwed, you know? She'd knock me away she'd knock me away and she would be able to safely escape. So I'm just going to position myself so that if she condemns me and won't be able to escape from it. I don't really want to do too much here. I want to try and take our blue buff and then maybe kill this Kha'Zix if he stays around. I don't think he will, but if he does, we can kill him. I love Nautilus's run animation like this. He just looks so happy, bouncing about and stuff. Yeah, alright, so Kha'Zix ain't here. No red buff just spawned though. I'm actually gonna... I think it might be shroomed a lot in top, so I need to be careful. I would like to go and run up here and just sit in this bush. Because then if someone comes, we can like pretty much insta-give them. But I've got a feeling this might be... They might see me do this via shroom. Shroom. Yeah, there you go. There's the shroom. There's another one. Oh wow, the flash. Just need to get my... I'm just gonna ult the closest one. I would love to ult that Kha'Zix, but it's too far. Get him. Get him! Why are you running? Wow, you should have kept chasing. There was no need to stop chasing there. I was tanking the tower. He's got a mana potion in his inventory, so he shouldn't have had any mana issues. He should have, yeah, he should have kept going on that. He's got a Triforce, so that gives him move speed as well. So I think... Oh god, he doesn't have his ult either. Oh, he does have his ult? What the hell is the cooldown on that thing? I guess with his W, it's quite low. Come to me. Nice. So yeah, because Nautilus ult is quite important on... Really, it's just a hugely integral part of his kit. And without it, he is a lot weaker than he is with it. So... Cooldown reduction is a very good stat on him for that reason. There's a Kha'Zix here, I think. So I want to be buying cooldown reduction. And looking at that team, I mean, there's several items which give you CDR. And looking at that team, I think the best one for me is going to be a Frozen Heart. Frozen Heart versus Vayne is always very good. Even versus Teemo, it's quite useful for the attack speed debuff. But just the huge amounts of armor is going to be very useful versus Pantheon. And also that Kha'Zix. So I'm actually not going to buy anything here. Maybe a health potion. I don't really need the health potion because I've got a huge shield, but yeah. So I got the reason why I got a Sunfire Cape just so it gives me a bit more pressure, a bit more damage. The stats are kind of nice as well, just health and armor. It's good. It's a good stat combination. Although a Randuin's is usually a better choice if you want those stats, but I think Randuin's is usually a better choice in general, but because I'm a Nautilus who doesn't have any damage for himself, I quite like getting Sunfire Cape, just so it makes me a tiny bit scarier. And I'm already tanky enough with my shield, so I don't necessarily need to rush those tank stats. But I think getting a Randuin's this game would have been, you know, just as fine as getting a Sunfire. Maybe even arguably better than getting a Sunfire, depending on what role I want to have. Basically, getting a Randuin's makes you more defensive. Getting a Sunfire makes you more aggressive. That's really what it comes down to. I could go in here, but I need to be a bit careful. Oh wow, I missed. It's probably for the best, so actually, that could have been scary. Maybe not actually. I don't think there was too many people around. We needed to time this. Oh, we did time drag. Okay, dragon's up in 5 seconds. We should take that away. I probably shouldn't be here. We should be waiting for drag. There it is. This is a mistake by me actually, but I don't think they'll be able to contest anyway. Nah, Kha'Zix is top. They ain't gonna contest this. Press R. Nice. That was quite obvious though. I don't know how he didn't fall, how he fell for that one. Alright, let's go. Ooh, I don't want to get grabbed here. There's a tower here, so if we fight here, we're going to be in trouble. I'm not really trying to... Another problem with Nautilus, or a reason why I don't really like him so much, is because I find it kind of hard to force things unless you're really far ahead and really tanky, because he doesn't really have that threatening presence by himself to force these kind of objectives or like dives and things. I mean, that's not necessarily true because I can, if I'm tanky, then I can just pressure the dives and make them happen, but in general, as someone who, like Pantheon or like Lee Sin, who's strong, is going to be more threatening in these situations, then holy shit, this guy's so weak. I'm gonna keep fighting this guy because he's not getting anywhere. I should have killed Vayne there, that was my bad. I didn't see her even get low on health. You better run, Kha'Zix.
Your turret has been destroyed. Shut down.
That's shut down. I'm gonna set recording before Fi goes and says something too incriminating. And loses all of his fan base. Because he's actually a scumbag in real life, so in actuality he's a bit of a knobhead, so you guys don't want to hear what he has to say. Look at that, I hook myself to the minion and then the Sunfire Cape takes care of the rest. Perfect.
Has been slain.
I was going to push this out here. Let's give this a nice shove. Try and get all the CS you can, but I'm kind of lazy. These consumables in my inventory aren't really doing anything right now, so that kind of sucks, but yeah, I really don't need these health potions. I'm going to sell them for wards. I kind of have a bad habit of doing this. I buy too many potions and don't buy enough wards. But yeah, so I got my Frozen Heart now. Frozen Heart is just a nice item. Against this team, I already discussed why I think it's a good choice versus their team. And the CDR is very useful too. I've got 30% CDR right now from my Ancient Golem and from this Frozen Heart. I don't take any. I could take CDR in my Runes and Masteries, which would get me 10% by themselves as well. So I'd be at 40% right now. But I've chosen not to do that. So yeah, I don't think I ever mentioned the Masteries that I took, but as always, my Runes and Masteries are always in the description, guys, if you're ever curious for yourself. I think next, I don't really want to get too much AP. The only real AP threat is going to be like Blitzcrank, which isn't really a threat at all, and Teemo Shrooms. So I might get one, but I might get some AP, but I don't really feel like it's worth getting too much. I'm tanking a lot of damage here, which is good. Obviously, I want to tank damage. Oh my goodness! Please say, wow, the play, the Renos. Oh my goodness! I just flashed a minion as I queued in. Not flash. I smited that minion to get the Q off onto Vayne. Holy crap! It's not quite as impressive as a Lee Sin Q. Oh wow! Ez, please, I want to die. I think Zillion gave me his ult so I could die to the tower and regen health. Ezreal started tanking the tower, and then the minions came, so that didn't work. But it makes no difference to Zillion. He's got what's this? This is 20% and blue buff is 30%. So if he's got 10% from like Runes or Masteries or something, which is quite likely, or he's probably got at least 35% just from the 4% in offensive. He's going to be rolling in the CDR. And when he's spamming his W as well, his ult has like a 0. He's used it again. Like by the time I could try and explain the low cooldown on his ult, he'd already used it again. So yeah. Anyway, I need to think about what items to get next. Leandry is actually not a bad choice on him because of all the burn damage you do. But I'm just thinking, do I really need to do that? I don't think I do. I don't think my role in this game is going to be. My role isn't to deal damage. It's just going to be to soak it up as much as possible. So, I'm just going to go for random wins next, I think. I could quite... He's using it again. Holy shit, that cooldown is ridiculous. So, he's... So, yeah, I'm going to go for... I think Leandry is probably the best DPS item on Nautilus. I don't really like too much AP because his AP scalings are awful. I don't like, you know, AD. It's like, he doesn't really have any good like DPS stats, to be honest, because his ratios are hideous. But... I think as far as it goes, Leandry's is good just because you do percentage damage. Well, where did that go? I could get him, but that was a waste of my ult. That was a huge waste of my ult. And unlike the Zillion, my ult actually has a cooldown. We could maybe try and take this Baron away, but I think we should do it. You know, let's do it. type in a YOLO and do the Baron. Zed isn't here at the moment though, which is kind of risky. I don't know whether we have the damage. Well, we do have the damage, but I don't know whether it will be a good idea. Okay, that's the answer for me. No, this isn't a good idea. Yeah, that's what I thought, Timo. You walk away. I think I need to get a. I kind of want Zed to come, but I think it's actually not a bad idea for him to be pushing right now either. I think if he pushes, we're not 5v5 either, so yeah, I guess that's fine. Should do dragon here though. So yeah, if I didn't finish why I was saying the Andrews was a good idea, it's just because of it does percentage damage off basically off the enemy's health and stuff, so it does a lot of damage by itself. Keep going, Zed, I believe. Look at this guy. He's destroying Blitzcrank. Thanks. Thanks for the cannon. Get him. Ah, not quite enough. We didn't quite get that one. Oh well. This blue buff is up though. I think, does it have blue? No, it doesn't. Oh, that was a bit too ham, I guess. We can take dragon here though. We're being quite sloppy in the objectives though. We should probably just be more. I should be more decisive and stuff. In the objectives that I'm taking and stuff like that. Vayne is worth gold again. Well played. Worth. Kind of want to end this game though. It's not really getting too long, but I think right now we're in the right place to do that. We're in the right place to be able to end this game, and also we don't want the game going on too long. Just like the longer the game goes on, when we're winning, the higher chance we have of throwing or something. Just like unnecessary risks, really. If I go in here, I'm probably just gonna die. So I reckon actually maybe we can make the plays. Where are you, Timo? Damn. Not bad. Didn't get an assist there, but whatever. I'm glad I didn't go in on earlier though, because I probably would have just died. Baited it for a bit until I saw a good opportunity to go in, and then did. I'm thinking this team mushroom is actually kind of pissing me off a little bit, so I might just get like a Banshees or something just to stop that. Or maybe I'll get a Locket actually. Locket will give me the 10% CDR to put me on cap, and it would also... It would also give me the AoE MR, which would be quite useful versus those team mushrooms. So if someone near me walks on the shroom, they won't take so much damage. And also I can shield people from the tick and stuff. So I think that would be a quite nice item. And so I think I'll be getting that next. But I really want a Randuin's now. I think that's gonna be my next item. Meanwhile, Zed's getting destroyed top. That kills Zidian, so worth. Kills Vayne, so worth. I do want to get this Randuin's item, but I also want to get get some wards. So I don't think I'm going to buy the Warden's Mail part. I think I'm going to leave that open and then get a... just get some wards. I don't think me being tanky right now is overly... I don't think it's... Yeah, I think the wards right now are more important. I see, unfortunately, now I lose... Because my shield gets popped, I lose pretty much all the damage onto that Kha'Zix. So it's hard to 1v1 people who have a lot of damage, because if they pop your shield, then you know that's that really. You lose all your damage. Goodbye damage. That's it gone. So it's that's kind of the sucky thing about Nautilus, which is what makes his dueling quite difficult or quite not as strong as it could be. On the other hand though, if you don't pop that shield, if your shield gets to last, then you can do a lot of damage to people with your shield. I mean, Nautilus's damage, in my opinion, is very underrated when that shield holds up. But when that shield is down, you do no damage. For Nyash. I'm gonna hold this. I was hoping he would jump. Let me just put on some CC on people here. I'm taking a lot of damage, so I'm under quite a lot of threat, but I hit him.
Been slain. Shut down.
I didn't get him. I can't chase over that.
Slain. Enemy double kill.
Oh, damn. That was probably the
Ace.
most brutal way for a Teemo to die. Is just when he gets anchored in the face. Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't chase that Teemo further past that shroom because the shroom would have killed me. And something which, in my opinion, sucks about playing versus Teemo is that you can't smite his shrooms. I think you should be able to smite his shrooms. You know, you can smite Zyra plants, you can smite Heimerdinger turrets, but you can't smite Teemo shrooms. So if he puts one down as you're fighting him, you can't smite it to deny it. So that's sad, really. I guess it's because it's invisible or something. I don't know. But anyway, so we that was a pretty good fight for us. I just wanted to position myself and just place myself in the faces of the enemy carries. Specifically that Vayne in that fight. Well, actually, it wasn't really. It was kind of Vayne, a bit of Kha'Zix as well. And just soak up as much damage as possible. The fact that I was on really low health in that fight means that I'm doing my job right. It means that unless I'm like out of position and just dying on my own, which I wasn't, so that's cool. But you know, I was on low health, which meant that I was taking damage, which is what I needed to be doing. But yeah, so that's cool. We get this Baron. We should try and do something with this Nash. We're pushing up this. Holy shit! So it's 500 AD. But the Baron buff gives you AD and AP, so that's why Zed has 40 AP. But yeah, Zed's W gives you a huge amount of AD. It's pretty ridiculous. And just, he wants to do blue buff. Okay, well we can do blue here, I guess, but we need to really do something with this Baron as well. We don't have that great sieging. He's really low on health now as well, and he doesn't even have the Baron buff himself. Wow, I took it. My bad. He doesn't have Baron buff, so his health regen's pretty bad. I don't know whether we can really. Oh shit! What is this? I didn't want to come this way. Holy shit! I might need to. Yeah, I'm gonna flash this one. I think. I'm gonna risk it. That's bad. If we kind of split up. We shouldn't have gone for that blue buff. That was a bad idea. We should just. We don't need blue to win the game, so we should have just stayed around and just fought as a team. We were split. We got jumped on that side, or at least if we'd gone for the blue, we should have then told our team to back off. But you can never like. I mean, that's gonna happen. You know, when you're playing this game and you go off to do something by yourself. You can pretty much guarantee that your team's going to get caught. That's just like a rule of solo queue, you know, it just happens all the time. So you need to compensate for that, or you need to be aware of that, and so you can do stuff to stop it. And so you need to have better communication. Or even if getting that blue buff was the right idea, and people just got caught, you know they're going to get caught. So why even risk that stuff? That's my opinion. Yeah. I kind of want to group up now so we can just end this game. It doesn't matter. We can face tank towers quite easily because I'm really tanky. I've got 300 odd armor. We have enough damage. Ezreal has a Sheen, which means that he takes away towers quite quickly. We can fight quite easily. Zed is like 500 AD, or he did before he died. So it's you know, we just want to end this game. We can poke. Our poke on towers or our siege is honestly not that amazing because we don't have a long range to take it down. Like, as a jungler, I can't help it. As a top laner, Zed can't really siege that well, and Zidian is not that good either. He doesn't have great. I mean, his wave play is very good, but it's the range at which he can do that is quite limited. So he's not great at sieging, but Ezreal is. So. It just comes down to whether or not we can kill them on the tower, which we can't, but we didn't even get any damage onto that tower. If Ezreal can poke the tower, then eventually we're going to get something out of this. Like there, he should have hit the tower. Ezreal needs to poke tower. Ezreal, like he's not hitting the tower at all. He hasn't hit the tower once yet. He needs to just sit on the tower. Don't worry about everything else. Just sit on the tower. Eventually we'll get this tower if we just keep poking it. Or they can run into us. Oh, my ult didn't even go off on Kha'Zix. I thought I used my ult on Kha'Zix. That was my bad. I need to just root this guy. Oh, my root was on cooldown. Oh, that was close. I feel like taking this, but I'm not quite sure if I can. Oh shit, he's gonna die to a shroom. He needs to stop moving. Just recall. Don't move. Oh god, there's another one here. We can maybe kill this guy. Oh, he's got his ult up again. Oh, damn you shrooms. Too many. Yeah, if he didn't have his ult, we could have killed him, I guess, but yeah. That was unfortunate. We just but yeah, we don't want to be fighting here. In this situation, what we needed to be doing was we don't need to dive them and fight them because they're quite strong. They have quite a lot of damage. So just poke the tower, just hit the tower. Like when I get focused quite hard, Zed jumped into the middle of everyone on his own under the tower when we weren't there. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that Zed would get focused quite hard. But yeah, just hit the tower. Like we just need to, you know, if we just keep playing that kind of. If we're just standing, eventually we're going to get that tower down if we just keep hitting it. I mean, there was more than enough opportunity to get a good few shots off. Even though we don't have a very good sieging team, we didn't need it because they were just giving us the tower, really. So if you've got the range and you're sieging, yeah, so if you are a range champion and you are sieging, just make sure you're hitting that tower. Because we got it in the end, and in the end it worked out quite nicely for us, but they shouldn't have given us that. Like, that was a pretty big misplay by them. Uh-oh. Rip in peace. Yeah, and like this is just my mouse. Unnecessarily aggressive. There's no need for anyone to be pushed out that high. I don't really think we should go in on this though. I don't know. I don't know how much they used on. I'm taking a lot of damage here, so I'm gonna die. But do I have Kha'Zix ult? Oh, not Kha'Zix, sorry, Zilean ult. I do. Okay, that's good. No, the heal. Oh wow, come on, Ez. Ez is on full health. This should be an easy mop up. Nice. Keep going, Ez. What are you running from? What are you running from? Holy crap! Don't run away. You have that. I think Zilean's alive as well. Yeah, Zilean with a Zhonya's, and then with all that CDR, and just spamming his W. He used his ult twice in that fight. So that was actually a pretty good fight considering it was 5v4. That was really good. And like I did my role in that fight. I tanked up so much damage, and I survived for quite a long time. I put out a lot of CC. I didn't really do so much damage myself, but it was a pretty good fight. So yeah, that was good. And now I've got my locket too, so I'm capped to my CDR, which is nice. That means my ult now has a 48-second cooldown, which is slightly different to the 140-second cooldown I had at level 6 or rank 1 of my ulti without any CDR items. Maybe just without any CDR items. So that's good. And now I can put down the pain and catch people. It's kind of like an awkward cooldown in my opinion though. Like, it doesn't really need a really low cooldown, or I don't know, having a lower cooldown is better in the lane phase, because then it means you can get more good ganks off, but it's not as necessary at this stage of the game because we're not really catching people 24/7. And in a team fight, if it's a 50-second cooldown, chances are I'm probably only going to get to use that once. Maybe I can get to use it twice, But I think in a... I think it depends, but considering Nautilus ult can be used to engage a lot of fights, I think I might actually be able to get to use that more than once. Needs to get out of here, yo. I'm just going to stand here until I'm too low and have to jump flash over this wall, which is now. I'm not going for him, fuck that. I actually hit Pantheon then. I was very greedy considering Vayne's on full health. It wasn't really a great fight. We kind of got caught at mid then. That Kha'Zix did have his GA though, so at least we blew that. I'm thinking I don't need Moby Boots anymore either. I might get a Merc Treads just for the... I kind of want to get Ninja Tabby actually. I'm going to get Ninja Tabby, fuck it. The reason I'm going to go for Ninja Tabby over Mercs is because again, I think Vayne now is going to start hurting. I'm not entirely afraid of her still, but they have a lot of basic attack based damage, so that people's basic attacks are going to be hurting me quite a lot. So the 10% on Ninja Tabby is going to be quite useful. I'm not really too afraid of the CC. It's not like I get CC'd and then just like, you know, stunned for days and die. So what we need to be doing is, let's not get greedy and group up this. Like this here is kind of greedy, because this is exactly where they were last time when they got caught and died. And what happened here, Zed got caught and died right here when no one else was around as well. So what's happening is that we're just pushing out for no reason in places. We are just getting greedy in where we are. It's unnecessary, and it's not losing us the game, but it's stopping us from winning the game. So because the longer the game goes on, the easier it is for us to make mistakes and lose. We have to be grouping, because Pantheon's just going to engage onto us like this all the time. Save me. Like, and that farm top was a lot of minions, but he's fully built. Like, even if he had, like, he's got 6 items now, and even before that wave, if he had like 5.5 items, is it worth it? Like, those 5.5 items, is that worth us losing, getting destroyed in a team fight? And even though we're gonna probably turn this one around, and we're gonna get all the kills, we still lost 3 people here. So, okay. So is it, like, why? There's not really much point us doing that. So even though that huge minion wave is very alluring, and you want to take it, it's not really necessary. And right here, they should be taking in here, but I don't know why. As is just farming minions, but there's no point to be going away. Like, what this Dillion is saying is wait for me, and like, and you can imagine it from his point of view. He's like, if we'd fought that and all just died and got wiped out, you can imagine him saying something like, "Oh, my team always gets caught. How can I carry solo queue? My team's always dying. You leave them alone for a second and they get caught." It's like, well, this is it. Like, you have to deal with these situations, and it's gonna happen. And especially versus hard engage. If the enemy team has hard engage, like that Pantheon, which is what inside that whole fight was, that Pantheon just jumped onto us. Yeah, like, don't leave your team. It's never worth it. That CS is not worth leaving your team. Luckily, we're quite far ahead, which is why this game should be over, because we're putting ourselves in really, really bad situations. Like, we don't deserve to win this game, in my opinion. We're not grouping, we're just getting caught, we're not doing anything to win this mid and late game, but we're only winning because I think our team comp's better than theirs. And so, if we were closer in this game, we would be losing. Like, pretty much flat out, we would be losing. So we just need to group and stop doing these things, in my opinion. So right now we don't need to be going mid anymore because we've already got that in here, but also it works. Not only is there nothing to achieve by going mid, it also works in our favor because mid can be pushing as we're pushing other lanes. So having like the double push makes it easier for us. I need to be slightly careful they don't engage onto me, but even if they do, I don't really think anything bad's gonna happen. So and we need to get rid of this guy's banshees, but he's running right into us, which is not smart. I'm just popping all of my items right now. I'm not even using my ult yet, which I probably should be. I'm going to ult him right now because else Ace might die. Cool, so there you go. So like we grouped once and we win the game. One time we grouped and we won the game. Like we should have done that like 20 minutes ago. And luckily though we weren't too behind in the game, so that all the mistakes we made cost us and they couldn't punish us for it. But that game shouldn't have lasted that long. So that's kind of a good way how this is a good video to showcase how you don't close the game out. You know, you need to group up basically. If you're not, the longer the game goes on, when you're winning, the easier it is for you to throw it, just because you know you're giving yourself more window of opportunities to throw that game, obviously. So yeah, there's my Nautilus commentary, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did like it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And the video, you can subscribe to me if you want to see more educational and a bit of entertaining content. Find me on my Facebook, on my Twitter. Catch me streaming on Twitch, see these kind of commentaries live. But thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video.